Ja, go off. But he fucking had his shock car. He won't. Imagine that post.
First time he hears it.
It's not going to ever play again.
So I'm sitting here with Richard Henderson and Brendan Quilici, longtime legend, Bellingham United. So what are you guys' thoughts on the game tonight? You know, just some candid perspectives. Yeah, it's a lot to unpack. It was a very close game, 6-5. A lot of new faces, missing some big key players. I think about two of the top scorers in the league weren't there tonight.
Yeah.
Players had to step up.
I think where I'm at is like I'm half unhappy with a lot of the things that happened tonight, but I'm really actually kind of proud and happy with how we still managed to win. And it's not an excuse, but like we were missing 10 players, and not 10 players that just train with us, like 10 starters from the roster. So I gotta give credit to the guys who came in, didn't know what was going on. You know, I called Quil, I think, on Thursday night, and was like, you know, we need a body, but you know, and knowing that he could come in and help us out. So Jebson's first game of the year. I mean, there was 3 or 4 debuts tonight, so I think I'm happy with the win. And Snohomish, I knew it would be good. I think this is the best roster they've had in years. When they've got from Flavin and Wolf, and they got Wesley Stark, and
of course
Escalani's playing up top, and Trevor's good at the back, and they got Shirley, they got Choka. I mean, they're solid. I mean, they're not a bad team at all. And so, yeah, I'm just happy we won. You know, and it's tough to play those, and it'll be tough to play them on the road as well.
I think one of the things that you mentioned in our previous interview was experience. And Quil, what do you think? How did it feel coming back into the game? You know, stepping away from playing a lot.
You know, it's tough coming back, but it's like riding a bike. They always say.
Of course.
It kind of comes back, but you know, it's trying to get the rust off. It's but there's a lot of guys there that some debuts that played well, and the core guys who have been there. So
yeah,
it fits kind of seamlessly at times.
Richard, you said that this wasn't anyone's best performance, but still there's players who found ways to produce even if it wasn't their best night. Can you give us some insight on those players?
Yeah. No, I mean, so Kashmir got a hat trick again. Right? He started one in third games. I talked about it in our interview yesterday or whatever about I think the system allows him to do that, but he's got the raw ability. I mean, it actually surprises me that he's not did this more in my time with him. So there's that. You know, I've assisted him, he assisted me. You know, and so I think we stepped up in that way. But I don't think we had great games overall. Actually the guys I thought who would really carry us quite didn't, and so we relied on some of the newer guys with energy. And we had a great start. Like we're 4-0 up, and then it's kind of we just got complacent. And some credit to Snohomish, they battled back for second and third quarter. They were the better team for sure. And but the experience of fouling and the white dots and the red lines, and the set plays that really shone through. And helping. Like I said, Cole's not played in a while, but you could just tell the aura, right? You're not going to get flustered, and that's a big piece of it, right? And so I think that's what guys have to learn. Is just the experience. I don't think I had a great game tonight, but I scored, got 2 assists. There's got to be product. There's got to be productivity somehow.
Yep. What do you think, Quil, that happened in the second and third quarter? Because in the first quarter we went up 4-0, right? And then in the second quarter they snuck one in, and in the third quarter they came back and made it a game. It was 4-4 going into the fourth quarter, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
And
I mean, I think a lot of it, the first quarter we were flying on all cylinders, everybody was organized, we were picking them off, and then I think, as Richard said, we got complacent second quarter. This is such a game of momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Once that momentum switches, it's going to be tough to get back. So they got that, started going. I think our shape just kind of fell apart. A lot of new guys, it's hard to get that momentum to flip back towards your side. So I think it took us a bit to kind of realize that. But maybe fourth quarter, I think, is when we started to kind of pull it out a bit and start to get a couple of goals there.
I think we were fortunate to get a couple of blue cards in our favor, and there was a lot of times where we took advantage of that, and it gave us the opportunity to come back. But then Snohomish was just knocking on the door right away because I mean it's not surprised they're in third place, right? This is the next best team aside from us, Tacoma, United, and Snohomish. So it was definitely a nail biter for the fans. Maybe something that we don't like to experience as players, but I think the win definitely feels a little bit more prideful to win something close like that. It reminded me of the 2018-2017 championship at home. It came down to the wire, and it was very exciting. It might have made some fans nervous, but it was.
It's like we talked about. I think you have to have those though in order to have a good season. It's
Mhm.
always blowout. The instant you play a Tacoma Stars or a good game, you're not used to it, and you don't know how to pull those games out. So.
Yeah. No, and some of the guys, I was third quarter, I was questioning. I was like, they're good players. There's no bad players out there on the team, but do they actually listen to something? Do they want to win? Do they desire? And I think that came through. And I knew it was only me. Martin was the fourth quarter. Quil kind of jumped in, started telling the guy, because you can't just turn it off. You're either a winner or you're not. And so that was cool to see. And those younger guys stepping up. And we've lost. Again, Jepson's first game in a long time. Quil's not played in a long time. But there was more, like some guys, again, 3 or 4 guys making their debuts, and that's actually a good thing. We had a big crowd out because a lot of these guys are local high school players or whatever. And I'm proud because we had a conversation during the week about, do we call the game off? Like, do we try and get an appeal? But I was like, no. If we trust that we carry a squad and we talk about developing and trying to get a connection with the local clubs, we got to play and we got to be there, and we still did it. So. I was happy about that. But of course, there's always tough road games coming up. That's what's going to happen for us. We've got a really tough road game. Snohomish is tough. Everyone's tough. I think the Stars only won 6-5 tonight at Ollie Town. It's ridiculous trying to play down there. It's super tough. So, like I said, not every game is just going to be a blowout. And especially after the first 2 weeks, all the teams change because the college guys are back out. So immediately the game's way more athletic. So that's something to think about.
Well, I appreciate you guys' time. This is post-match Pint here with Brendan Quilici and Richard Henderson.
Cheers, mate. Yeah. Still got the win, though,
Beautiful.